shoulders, trying to like psyching themselves up before this match.
Just wait until you see the little celebration Jordan do pre-match on before they actually kick off. They do like a little jump around, a little song. It's pretty impressive, and all equally impressive has Iran's run been in this tournament so far.
Welcome to the broadcast. If you are just joining us, my name's Grant, and with me is Big Al Bruffy's Offload podcast. He's a famous man around here. You got a few selfies taken on today?
Yeah, got my first selfie yesterday, being from part of Bruffy's Rugby Offload. But we're here supporting Asia Rugby Live at the Emirates Emirates Sevens Trophy.
It's been an exciting 2 days of rugby, and we're coming towards the finals. Here, the undefeated Iran. What have you loved about what they've done?
They're really good at their set play. Like they know what they're doing, and they know their strengths. Similar to the previous game, where Uzbekistan put on lots of pressure. Iran's been up to that pressure, but they've got the speed and strength to match it. Their tackling has been ferocious. Their passing is well skilled, and they managed to open up gaps just with pure speed.
It's one of the key things in sevens, isn't it? Speed. That's where you see a lot of the backs from the 15 game come into the sevens because it's speed, speed, speed.
Absolutely, and it's not just being fast, it's the change of pace, being able to slow up and then kick off again, because if you can slow that defender slightly, that might be the half step you need to get around them. And that's where it's even more impressive. I know some fast people, but it's the change of direction that makes you unbelievable. If you can step, if you can slow down and push and accelerate really fast again, that's where the damage is caused.
Something that the ladies could potentially take from the international scene. You mean you're from Australia top of the World Series when it comes to sevens. Is that something you think they aspire to as far as the skill sets, or they take certain skill sets from them?
Yeah, there's definitely skill sets taken from them. Obviously, the caliber of player up there with the passing game, they can play expansive really, really fast. So the skill level still has a lot to improve to get towards that way. But these girls, they've got the role models out there. The Aussies and the Kiwi Sevens dominate each year. They're good to watch, and they've got some absolutely sparkling talent. And these girls are also on their way up.
So just waiting here for the officials to bring the two teams onto the field. You see, I love this, watching from here, and you'll see them very shortly. You know, players, they'll pat each other on the back. The psychological side of the game, how important is that?
For some people, it's so important, especially at this level, that if you can get that extra 5% out of your teammates, just by that extra little psych up, it works. But if you watch here, they're both going to get involved. Jordan are starting to jump around and they sing their song. It's a great way to start a game. They are pumped. They are ready to go.
This is going to be an absolute beautiful game here. We've got Jordan playing from right to left in the dark uniform. Iran playing from left to right in the white. This one, in this part of the day, the sun starts to set, the sun starts to shine a little bit lower here. And, you know, how much of that play when you consider the high ball we saw in the last game?
It's probably important. It depends on if you've got the skills to kick it that high and make the most of that distance. The wind is coming like straight across towards us in the commentary box from the ground. So will it come into play as well? I just think if you can hold on to the ball, regain possession and try and find some weak spots, both teams are in with a chance here.
All right, it's the final game in the group for the women. It's Jordan versus Iran. 14 minutes of rugby, and we are underway.
All right, Iran have kicked it off, and it is really high. It's bounced within the 10, but they've managed to pick it up and play on. The referee gets a little bit in the way there. So number 3's gone for her again, and they're cutting all right. And as you can see, just the low passes, the change of directions here, and she's even had support doing it. The girls know as soon as she changed, she had 2 people around her, very quick and moving. So she's breaking out. They play a little bit of a different game where they go a bit more isolated and try and suck in some defenders before going out wide. And they're bringing it out from the back of the scrum. 1, 2, 3 passes, a little dummy show and go, and then they try and break through that 4th tackle. She's offloaded it into contact, and they are through for the first try straight under the post.
Iran. That was a fiery, fast start from Iran. First of all, like you talked about, from the kickoff, it started all then, nice and high. Probably trying to use that sun to their good effect. They held onto the ball, they kept control. they straightened when they need to straighten, and then eventually they found the space.
They understand the importance of keeping possession there, and then really trying to expose the overlap when they can create it.
Unfortunately, missing the conversion there. That one in front, but not to worry. If they keep the ball in hand, Iran, they get a tough day in the office for Jordan.
Absolutely. Let's see if Jordan can make it up over this with this kickoff receipt here. See if they can get their hands on the ball and start playing their own game. All right, the kickoff is gone. Iran's got it back again. Number 3's done a little hot step and then jump into it before they're passing. And the girls are streaming onto the ball here. Just kind of got in each other's way a little bit, but you can just watch the intent they have when they're running onto the ball. Pass it out the back of the shoulder, but they're so fast and ready to regain it. Look at that, just pierces the gap on soft shoulders and gives Iran time to reset. Now, you wouldn't have expected them to come to blindside with a one-on-one, but their overlapping player was so fast to react, and she keeps her feet here while in contact, and team time for support. All right, the ball is going out to the wide now. They've given it all the way out to the winger with an overlap possible. The overlap pass is given, and she cuts inside. Jordan almost hangs on, but doesn't, and Iran score another great try.
I tell you what, we're in for a spectacle right here. Iran just showing the simple basics of sevens matches. Also there you saw it a couple of times, the wrapper coming around the back. Definitely something they've been working on during the practice to create the space. Jordan a little bit passive in defence, allowing the players to come forward, but that's where the space has been found for Iran.
Yeah, and allowing that winger to cut in a little bit for the overlap to happen, just to make sure the defence is just kept in. Unfortunately, the kick is not converted, but it is 10-0 so far.
Iran doing it in fives, undefeated here in the tournament, looking as heavy favourites to win and take this one out. Starting off with a great intent of speed. So they want to play. They know that's what they need to do. They need to keep taking it to the opposition, and that's what they've done to start with.
Absolutely. Now they've gone 2 from 2 with their kickoffs at the moment, with getting the ball back. Let's see how they go here. All right, they've decided to change direction. It has hit the ground. It's wobbly, and she's picked it up. And it's going to go through untouched all the way under the post. And what a smart decision to swap sides there.
They were absolutely fantastic there from Iran, from the kickoff. Seeing the space on the far side, put it into that space, and speed. The winger there just coming along, running onto the wall, collecting that.
Okay.
All right, so Jordan need to make sure they can try and get this ball back now. They've had no ball so far in the game.
Pretty much no ball, and what I think one of the things that Jordan need to look at here is actually being a little more aggressive in their defence. They've been very passive, allowing Iran to come forward, and they're just really struggling with that.
Yeah, and it makes tackling that a little bit harder if you're going backwards and someone's coming forward into you. Iran's put the kick up. It's been played out by Jordan and then bounced over the line, and now picked up by Iran.
Yeah, they're pushing us back there, and luckily too, because Jordan just let that one bounce and let it go.
Absolutely. A little bit of indecision, but they've run it straight here, getting it back into the area, but she managed to put the ball down herself and pick it back up and go, and then she made an extra 5 to 10 metres, so that was really good. Ball comes out, a little bit of a bobble, and Jordan's now playing out wide, but they've dropped the ball, and Iran, there's no advantage there, so back to the scrum.
Knock on there by Jordan. Jordan, I got to say, I really commend the ladies. It's something you see here throughout the tournament, in the teams, the intent to want to play the game, like as far as they want to take that next step if they're working on their little attacking plays, like what's the next step for them. You know, they're learning from it every single time. You see the teams developing. That's why, you know, putting on these tournaments, having these team here, it's super important, super integral for the game to grow.
Yeah. Now Jordan's put a bit of pressure on that scrum, just a bit too early in the direction, but Iran play fast and wide, and they are trying to make Jordan pay for every little mistake. As you can see here, number 8's gone around the outside, wrapping in, and she scored another try.
Oh, that was beautiful team play. Using the ball again, but here you saw on this near side, from the pass from the number 7 to the number 8, just put it out in front for the number 8 to run onto, which really opened up that space. that she could run into, and then was easily around the outside there. So a beautiful pass from the number 7, setting up the number 8.
A lot of touch rugby skills in this as well, just being able to find that gap and space. If you can get it onto them in front of them and they can move the ball at pace, that's really important.
Well, that's one of my favourite games, mate. So I'm backing you completely there. The conversion missed there from Iran. So they're doing it in 5s. It's 20 points to 0. Iran leading Jordan.
All right, so Iran looking for, will kick off again here. We've got just under a minute left of this half, and the ball has gone up. It's really high. They've gone down to the middle this time. Oh, it was definitely caught in the sun, but well held by the 14. And then she was dumped, tackled by Iran. Jordan taking their time, making sure they're set, and then heading wide. Here we go. There's a little overlap there. They love just a little dump and run pass. Contested at the ruck, but Jordan's managed to hold on to the ball. They've still got about 70, 80 metres to go before they can score a try. Let's see if they can get through. Oh, they've gone with a little blindside play. Worked well. They won the collision and got the ball back, heading for more blindside tackles. But she's been held up and then she's dragged out. Just a little inexperience there, needs to step in.
Yeah, Jordan, they're looking for the space, but it's just, you can see the difference here is just the crispness of the passing. Iran got more time, the ball's going flat, low and fast. Jordan, they'll be looking to, what they can do in the second half is look to pass that, get their low pass in there and give themselves more time and space.
Absolutely. So the score is 20-0 and we'll be right back for the second half in a shortly.
Hi guys, welcome back into Asia Rugby Emirates Sevens Trophy 2025 here in Oman. You're with Grant and Big L. Al, did you enjoy that first half?
Absolutely. The women's game is always improving, and Iran have been a class act, undefeated so far. Their crispness of their ball movement is something to be desired.
It's been fantastic to see. You see low, hard, fast, sharp, into space as well for players to be able to run onto.
Absolutely. They've got the pace to match it. Let's see if Jordan can bounce back here. They're 20-0 down, but that is only 3 converted tries. Let's see what the second half brings before we head into the finals for the women's. All right, so Jordan will be kicking off. They are in black. They're kicking off towards the scoreboard end. Iran in the white. And the ball's gone down the middle, is well taken by Iran, and she wastes no time in speeding the ball up. A beautiful show and go and offload. Oh, just out in front and caught up. But it will be a Jordan scrum. Nice work there by Jordan. You can see they've must have been a good halftime talk to put a little more pressure on. Don't be so passive in defence. They said the ladies were coming forward looking to make those tackles. Yeah, and Jordan aren't outmatched in size, so if they can get up and in their face early, they should be able to make some dominant tackles. Yeah, early opportunity for Jordan. They've got their hands on the ball, which is the exciting part, you know, and psychologically when you get the ball, things do change. Absolutely. If you can maintain a bit of possession, you're more likely to score a try than you are without the ball. All right, so Iran tackles around the ruck there. Bit of slow play from Jordan here. Low, wide pass, probably too far for it. Iran's pressure. She steps through into contact. It takes 2 to 3 to bring her down. Jordan can reset here. All right, she's just done a short, simple, I think they call it a power play of 15, but has been caught holding on to the ball. Yeah, Iran there showing the defensive side of the ball quick on when that tackle goes to ground.
And so it's not just about their attacking prowess, it's also about their defence as well.
And just the understanding of the game to know when to do it. A little dummy there from Iran. She's tapped and gone. She's trying to go through the contact and managed to get the offload. And heavily contested. You can see they just go into contact, they pump their legs and keep working. Now they're working out to the open side. They've got a 2-on-2. It's one of the first passes from them that has gone to ground. So it's backwards, but it's caused more mayhem than it's done anything. She stepped back inside. She stepped back inside 3 people. She's broken a tackle, and she scored a brilliant try under the post.
What a fantastic bit of vision there from the Irani player. Like I said, the ball did go to ground probably the first time it's happened in the match, but when she picked it up, she just took a moment just to have a look what was in front of her. Looked at that space, thought where did she need to go, brought it back to the centre, and then found that space with her speed. Another thing, another absolute weapon when you look at the game of sevens here, to be able to put speed on the park. It's find space, and she found that space and went through to score.
Found the hole and accelerated straight through it. All right, so that takes Iran out to a 27-0 lead. They converted that one.
Such a good skill set to have when you think about speed. Because you got so little amount of players on the field, if you can go against somebody else, you find that mismatch where there's a power player, there's a speed player, all are needed for the game. But when you can find this mismatch when it comes to speed or power, there's advantages right there.
Absolutely. And it's not too dissimilar to the big game, but this is the kickoff start. So it's a bit of a shaky kickoff there for Iran. Didn't go the 10 metres.
Bit surprised there from Iran. They've been doing so well with just kicking more for the length. That one, considering they're up 27 points to 0, probably no real need to go for that short kickoff. They can put pressure on, they can attack the ball. But here we go, it's in Jordan's hand now.
Definitely had a horrible bounce before she kicked it.
Well, I've had them too, mate, so
it bounces quite high there. But no, here we go, Jordan with their set piece. They've had a dummy run, underrun, and then one of the girls comes back in with strength. The number 7 has been quite strong for Jordan in every game so far. As you can see, she doesn't have any grit in her when she goes to ground, and they keep working off her effort. Just a little dummy run, and then she is accosted down to the ground. But here comes big number 19. She's a power runner. She's actually got quite good feet and keeps going forward and make sure her team gets the ball back. And now they're trying and get some width on the ball. The pass is just a little bit behind her, and then caused her to be backing up when she got it. Stripped in the tackle, and here goes number 11 again. She scored the last try for being fast, and I think she's going to go all that way.
Yeah, great score there again. Again, just heads up play, but just before that, what I was really getting impressed with Jordan, taking their more direct route, using the players they have on the park to go forward. Just there, unfortunately for Jordan, the ball did spill, and Iran, as quick as they are and as fast as they are, they saw the opportunity and they took it.
Yeah, and they are taking their opportunities. I mean, Jordan have to build a lot more with the way their team is set up. They have to build their phases more, and one mistake just could really hurt.
Yeah, the score there, 32 points, Iran 0 to Jordan. Jordan, come on, let's score a meat pie before the game's out.
Let's get through there. We are supporting you. We've got about 2 minutes left of this final pool game for the women before we head into the finals. At the moment, Iran are leading it as they are undefeated, and Uzbekistan coming second, so they will probably meet in the final, and Korea and one of the other teams. So I'd have to check my math to see who's coming fourth. We'll play in the third, fourth playoff.
Last 60 seconds, some really impressive stuff I've seen from Jordan, and some really good fundamentals to build on. So really excited for them and see what their future brings as well.
Absolutely, and Jordan Rugby have been putting a lot of work into it. They get behind their teams really well, and you can see they're trying to develop their play, and as they upskill themselves, they'll be a hard team to beat. Iran started this process about 10 years ago, so they've been putting it into schools and putting the work in. Now Jordan have got a little breakaway here, but she is dragged out. I know there's a penalty for not releasing, so a little reprieve. Jordan, play it quickly. She's a bit isolated, but she's broken through the first tackle. It kept her feet just long enough for her support. Oh, except she stood up.
Unfortunately, not letting the ball go there. When you do go to ground, when knees are on the ground, they didn't release the ball. Unfortunately, the Jordan player did not do that in this case.
Shame after creating a good opportunity. But here go Iran again. Just the ball out in front. The ball to ground as maybe a little bit of fatigue sets in. An early dummy, and then they're backing their pace out wide. Number 1 has absolutely stripped around 26, and she is going to go all the way under the post here.
Great try. Oh, not yet.
Yeah,
Sorry.
she's going to make one of the Jordanian players come and chase her. Eats a bit of time off the clock, but scored it right under the post.
It was some really great things to see here, and you've seen Iran really use the pill, usually the width of the field as well. Every time they had the ball in hand, they've looked up to see where is the space, and then they've just worked their way towards it, and not only in that try, but all tries.
The kick is up, and it is good. So that is a score there, taking us out to 39-0, and time is almost up. I'd say this will be the last play of the kickoff. And I'm sure both teams will be happy to get off the park unscathed now. Jordan with a little regrouping to do, whether it's them or Lebanon who come 4th place. Alright, so the ball's bounced a few times, taken in nice and slowly. They don't try and clear the ruck with the 19 guarding it there. And they are off. The number 7 has tried her best the whole game, but just cannot. They cannot find a way through Iran here.
No, some really nice things from Jordan. What I'm liking is that there's some foundations and fundamentals. You see with the ball in hand, when they're direct, they got the players to hold their ball. What they're going to need is just 1 or 2 extra players with a little bit more speed to add into their team. And makes a huge difference.
And absolutely, and that is full time. Iran celebrating. They are in the final. They are stoked. They've gone through undefeated so far. Will they be able to maintain it? Jordan and them shaking hands. Well done to both sets of women.
Yeah, it's a great play there from Iran. Deserved winners here in this match. You see the fundamentals again. Ball going out wide, the crisp, low pass, powerful pass, and the speed really won it, not only in attack but also in defence. Welcome in again, guys, to Asia Rugby Emirates 7th Trophy 2025 here in Oman. Stay tuned for the next match coming up soon.